Go.
Okay. So guys, I gathered you here today to express a certain thought that was bothering me for a long time. In case some of you might know, like for example Joel's girlfriend. Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Sergey. I'm a designer at Media Monks. And I'm not really good. I'm not a good designer. I know it sounds like a stand-up right now, and I know it feels like I'm trying to be funny too much.
Oh, it doesn't sound like a joke.
Shut up, you love me. Okay, this one is not going to be exactly the same as the previous talks that we had here. It's not going to be about side projects, and I'm not gonna try to convince you to do anything. I'm just expressing my opinion on a topic that I find really interesting in. So basically, before I start, shall I remind you that it's 2016? Yeah. How do you like the gift? It's really funny. It's 2016, believe it or not, and a lot of stuff has changed in web design and what we do in general in design. Basically, I'm pretty sure the whole human-computer interaction started with one certain guy, Jeff Raskin. I'm pretty sure all of the UX designers at least should know him. Priscilla, am I right? Because you're the only UX designer I can see here. Am I right? Oh, Paul. You guys know Jeff Raskin, right? Jeff Raskin. For those who do not know, this is the guy who was standing behind the first Macintosh project. This is the guy who basically designed an Apple computer and the interface that follows with it. He also set most of the basic principles of human-computer interaction. He stated that design should be monotone, which to this day, from the 70s till this day, it makes sense. You need to recognize the patterns that you're working with, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it all makes sense. He also wrote a funny book called The Humane Interface. It's a really good book, and I think it's the book that every UX designer should actually read. If you didn't yet, no. It's a design talk. It's a proper design talk. I'm getting there. So in this book, he established most of the design principles that we all intuitively follow till this day, and basically, it's what we do. He also established one paradigm, let's call it like that, because my presentation is called the Pixel Perfect Paradigm. He established a paradigm that basically was a foundation of skeuomorphism. He said that every button should look like a button. See this? That's a cube. It looks like a cube. And that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it used to be, at least. I used to be, I think still, we all used to follow this pattern. I'm pretty sure the older guys recognize it, they all know it. We all used to make buttons big, clunky, and they used to have depth, textures, lightnings, and flares just to add this, just to spice it up a bit, I used to be that guy as well. I used to be a dinosaur. But in 2013, something changed. In 2013, I was still back in Ukraine. That's where I come from. Go back to where you came from. Who said that? Exactly. So back in 2013, I was working in a product company that used to do back cleaning software. You've probably seen it if you visited a porn site. It's the window that pops up. That thing. It's the window that pops up. That software. So basically, they asked me to make a design and UX for a new piece of software. And they told me I'm free to do whatever the fuck I want. early 2013, that paradigm of skeuomorphism was still intact. Somehow, I did a flat design in 2013. Obviously, like, I almost got fired because of it, because, like, you know, my boss said, like, yo, dude, like, what about Jeff Raskin and, like, the paradigm of, like, doing stuff, like, looking like buttons and shit. I was like, yeah, but, like, it's like 10 years old now. Like, it's old news. Only dinosaurs do it. Dribble was all flat, almost all flat by then. In the summer of 2013, iOS 7 came out. That paradise, yeah, that's the slide for iOS 7. One up. That paradigm died instantly after the developers conference of Apple. Everyone started doing flat design. And the reason I'm talking about this right now, is that some paradigms sorry, are meant to be shifted. Because they just get old. They get old. And I feel like right now we have a certain paradigm in MediaMox as well that I would love to get rid of. Not completely, no. Just on the phase of exploration. Let me make this super clear. Just the phase of exploration. It's the paradigm of design being pixel perfect. It's the paradigm of the fact that, like, you know how Photoshop has those half pixels because it doesn't work that well with vector at all. It has half pixels. And we spend amazing amount of time. See, Jeroen, I didn't swear there. Oh, he's not listening. I didn't swear. I wanted to say fuckload of time, but I said amazing amount of time. That's an improvement. So basically, we spend a lot of time, even on exploration phases, just pushing pixels, adjusting pixels on the grid. Not because we want to, because we feel like this is more presentable to the client, and that kind of makes sense if you show one-to-one ratio, if you show the scale, the actual design, if you show the JPEG or a PNG. Speaking of which, fuck the JPEG. Talking to you, boss. So basically, I want to explain why I feel like pushing pixels in order to make everything sharp in design on the exploration phase. And let me make this clear, on exploration phase only is a waste of time. First and foremost, it's a fact. We put, I love this gift by the way, it literally says why in Russian on the walls. Почему? Just saying. First and foremost, we put all of our designs into a presentation deck. And it scales down. It blurs. It blurs. Client doesn't see it. And if he does see it, he doesn't comment on it. And if he comments on it, that client is a dick, and you better be prepared for that. Normal clients don't comment on sharp pixels. They don't. But we spend a lot of time making designs pixel perfect and presentable, and then we slice them up into a deck. What's the point of that? What is the point of that? What is the point? You waste a massive amount of, see, that's magic, that's Keynote Remote, strongly advised. We waste a lot of time on pushing pixels. Save yourself some time. The reason why I work so fast is that I don't give a shit about pixel perfect. Like, that's the only reason I make designs so fast. Simple. Third reason. So yeah, save time to explore more. Sounds funky, I know. Third reason. When you export your design, you export it most of the times, if you're doing especially if you're doing a big build, most of the times you export it as an SVG, which is a vector format that doesn't, ironically enough, it doesn't have unsharp pixels. It's vector. And it goes straight into code. It's not the matter on how you design it, it's the matter of how you export it. But it makes a massive amount of difference comparing the time you spend on it, like, if you're gonna push pixels during the exploration phase of 2 weeks, or you're gonna push pixels one time for 1 day, exporting assets for a developer, it makes a huge amount of difference in time-wise. Makes sense. Third of all, it's an ultimate douchebag radar. Watch people freak out when they see it. Watch them freak the fuck out because they're not used to it. It's only rational. I like to have fun at work, don't you guys? I love it. I love it. So, like, essentially, first of all, deal with it. The dog is about to appear. Oh, there it is. First of all, deal with it. Second of all, I do want to hear your opinion. I want to hear if you agree with my points. I want to hear, like as I said, it's not a talk, it's a discussion. And this is the question I suggest we discuss. It's something that been bothering me for a long time. And like even on my current project, I wasted a lot of time doing pixel fucking, while I should be focusing on exploring.
You're expecting us to freak out?
No, I expect you guys to express your opinion and how you feel about it. I have a second mic, I can pass it on. No, I'm serious. Wait, where is it?
Is this going to turn out to be the Jerry Springer show?
Hey. Anyone?
Boss should definitely answer this question.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not pushing for anything. It's my opinion. Doesn't work?
Doesn't work.
It works.
Doesn't work? Hello? Hello? So what's the question?
Do you agree with me? Should we go for this? Should we, like, push pixels less when we're exploring? That's the question.
I'm kind of guilty of pushing pixels in the explore phase as well, but I do agree that it wastes a lot of time. That you waste a lot of time just getting it pixel perfect. So yeah, I partly agree.
Just switch to Sketch.
Yeah, well, when Sketch starts working with raster graphics, then we'll talk.
Yeah, I partly agree. But Luke, do you want anything to add?
I agree as well.
I would drop a mic, but then again, I'm gonna get fined. So
I must say, I did like the contrast between the type that's all like super smooth and the background that's all pixely. So
I know.
Respect.
Thank you. That's it?
Yeah.
No?
Let's first clap for this presentation.
I tried my best to make it as funny as possible. Also, I was unprepared. I did this presentation for half an hour, like at 12.
It's okay.
Never.
Shut up, Ariella.
Never tell that. It felt like $1 million.
Thanks. That's it.
Okay. Oh, we survived that one.
Marielle, you're next. Wil je wat zeggen?
Nee, helemaal niet. Ik heb niks te zeggen.
Je bent toch comedian?
Ik ben beter.